Sagittarius, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early March 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as usual and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's happening for the lovely Saggies in early March. Yes, we are in the early part of Pisces season still. So let's see what's happening for you, my friends. Talk to me, my gods. And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card, then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Saggy. Please and thank you. What's happening for my friends here? Gods and Spirit team. Had a really busy energy on you last week, so I can't wait to see what we have for you now. Okay, this is a little bit more of a headspace type of energy, so whether this is you or someone else you're connected to, there's a lot of mental action happening here, a lot of thought being poured in, which could be good. I often see this card with water signs quite a bit, but before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the March subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk a little bit about this card. As I already mentioned, I see this a lot in water signs, so it's like very imaginative, a lot of thinking. On the image, we see one little clown ballerina towards the bottom. Looks like she's having herself a little nap. The other one is up on a tightrope. So to me, this could be you thinking about the future. Like, oh, how's this going to turn out? Or what am I going to do? Or how am I going to handle this? It's like thinking about what's to come when I see this. It could also just be daydreaming, right? And daydreaming doesn't always have to have a purpose. Sometimes you think just to think. And I know Saggies are very philosophical individuals. So you might be doing more thinking than you normally do, whether you're pondering the meaning of life or otherwise, right? There's just a lot of mental action happening here. Other things we could think of could be someone that has you on the mind, right? There could be a specific person that's on your mind. But a big thing I always say with this card is you might need some sort of outlet for this thought. For some of you, you could be feeling extra creative, so that could come in the way of writing or the arts, or anything that you can bring from the etheric out into the material, like create something and let these thoughts out in some form or another. So we're just going to put that down right there. Let's get into tarot now. See what's happening, my gods. Let's get a good shuffle and see what's going on. And yeah, I always say that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get these first three cards out here. And yeah, while we get this deck ready to go and all shuffled up, let's talk about last week's reading again. It was titled Here They Come. And the big thing I was picking up in the energy was a lot of people and a magnetic energy around Sagittarius. So you may be socializing a little more, or you might be very busy, or a lot of energy is affecting you. It just felt extremely busy. Okay, so I wouldn't be surprised if you got a lot of people popping up. That was another thing. But we're going to see what energy we have for you this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or someone that you're linked to. Okay, so let's get 3 cards for Saggy, please. You know how it goes. Energies could go any which way. So let's get these first 3 going. Early March. Early March for my good friends. The deck is being very specific here. There we go. Okay. Oh, all right. We're starting with a very good, clear type of energy. We got the sun in position number 1, so we are at least starting very well. Saw this in the Aries reading, so that's a good sign. Liking what I'm feeling so far, so let's get a couple more. What do we got for Saggy, please? What we got? Thank you. The Empress. Okay. So to me, it seems like your reading might be cut from like the Aries cloth, because both of these cards were in that reading as well. Beautiful energy. Let's get one more. I like this. I'm getting really amped up here for you, Saggy. I mean, I don't want to get too carried away. All right. If you're connected to an Aries, like all 3 of these cards were in Aries one in one form or another. So this could be really good. So we have the King of Wands in the upright right next to that Empress. And I always say he's similar to the Emperor, so it's like we have this yin-yang energy starting to happen. Now, let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get into that juicy, intuitive stuff. So at first look, first glance, I am highly optimistic at what we're seeing so far, Saggy. Notice on the split ends here, we do have a lot of fire energy showing up. And we'll talk about the specific zodiac signs that could be showing up here. But fire could be very good. It could be things that happen suddenly, things that happen quick. or go fast. It's very explosive energy, but it doesn't always have to be aggressive and tough to deal with. Sometimes it could be good things coming in, and especially with this abundance of the Empress in the middle. I'm getting very amped up to see what the reading holds for you here, because it could be very good. Let's go through each one. Position number 1, we have the Sun card. So this one does link to the Leo collective. It is the most positive card in the whole entire deck. Okay, so when I see this, I think of source energy. It's that light, life, and love that comes down from source. It's beautiful. It's the energetic currents that run through everything. So it's really lovely. The Sun can represent realizations as well. So for a lot of you, if you are doing a lot of thinking, you might be having realizations about people, realizations about things and situations, eureka moments. So it's like, aha, okay. And I already mentioned the philosophical energy that Saggy has. When I'm seeing the Sun, it's like, okay, now I get it. Now I understand. I would expect a lot of things to click for you. But in general, this is just a beautiful, abundant type of energy where, like, once again, wins, victories, all that good stuff. It's like wish fulfillment. Now, the Sun, aside from all the other things I mentioned, it can be things coming to light. That's a possibility as well. We'll really have to see when we get to the clarifier, but it's just ultimate positivity when we're talking about tarot cards. Moving to the center, we have another heavy hitter here, my friends. We have the beautiful Empress energy. The goddess herself has shown up in your reading this week. So the Empress, it could connect to a Taurus. It could connect to a Libra as well. I see her, I think of potential. I also think of mother figures. But once again, this is that goddess energy showing up in yours. So the abundance, the potential, the positivity, all really good things. Once again, the cups overflow, right? Even though there's no cups out there just yet, we have an overflowing abundance in this week's reading. I would get excited for what's coming down the pipeline. Yes, we still have to clarify. Now, I always say all cards do have a challenge. I didn't speak about the challenge of the Sun. Sometimes the Sun, it could be a little overwhelming, right? You could get sunburned sometimes. When it comes to the challenges of the Empress, it could be a little smothering, right? So you might be in certain situations where you feel like your back's against the wall, or someone or something could be smothering you a little much. But I don't feel like that's necessarily the full message. There's a lot of potential, abundance, and blessings with this Empress. So if it's not representing a person for you, but I like what I'm feeling here, Saggy. Once again, very similar to the Aries reading. On the back end, we got our good friend, the King of Wands himself. Now, it's not gender specific. You are a fire sign as well. So this could be an Aries, Leo, or Sag. Since this is a fire sign reading, this could be pointing at you. Okay, it could be Spirit, when we clarify it, telling us something that's coming towards you, a way you might be feeling. This could be an energy you're stepping into. And what do I think of when I see this King of Wands? I think of somebody that has highly focused energy, highly focused intent, where they know what to do, they know what to put effort into. It's very entrepreneurial, it's outgoing, it's just really, really good stuff. So I'm liking what I'm seeing. If you have Aries and Sagittarius placements, like, you might have some really big things coming up for you in this week, and it all feels positive to me so far. The King of Wands, as with all fire cards, could be a little bit unpredictable, could be a little bit explosive. So we still have to see what's in the undercurrent of the energy. So let's do that. I want to dive deeper. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for my Saggies. See what's happening, my guides. Talk to me. What's going on for my friends? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels for me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Sun card. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Saggy, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, let's get it going here. Oh, real quick, I'll slip it in right here. I updated my March personal reading calendar. So for any of you that have been requesting or asking about that, go check my website, okay? It's updated every month. So March just went up there. Okay, it's in the description. Let's get this card out here. You know me, I don't like to plug too much stuff. Okay, I mean, we got the Knight of Cups in the upright underneath this Sun. Beautiful outpouring of energy for a lot of you if you're going through any issues in regards to romance or emotional connections of any kind. I mean, you're getting all the heavy hitters too, just like the Aries reading. So there's something good coming for the fire signs in general. Now, the Knight of Cups could just represent a water sign, okay, or someone with strong water sign placements. This is Prince Charming, right? It's silky smooth, it's easy going. And I love this energy I'm picking up here on the front end for a lot of you. This is just overwhelming and overpouring care, emotion, and love. So I would say for a good portion of you, you could have some sort of win in your personal relationships, okay? Whether it's a really good friend, a dear friend, or someone that you have romantic feelings for. This could be improvement in things getting better, especially when we couple the sun with this Knight of Cups, like beautiful, silky, smooth type of energy here. So I want to see if it's going to lay out like this, where it's like, okay, we have an emotional or connection win. Then could this possibly be material? Could this possibly be self-esteem? We'll see how it all plays out. But another thing I want to mention, Saggy, now we're getting a lot of people showing up again, just like we had for you last week. So there's that good magnetic energy around Sagittarius. I feel like the future is very bright here. Something's looking good. So even if you're in a situation right now where it looks dire, it looks rough, it's like, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do, or something's dragging, Spirit is kind of giving you a shot on the arm here in this week's reading, saying, Sagittarius, you don't even know, like, look what you got coming your way. This is really beautiful stuff. So we're already starting with multiple wins already. Let's keep moving. We're going to go in on this Empress here. I mean, this Knight of Cups does cool off that water energy a little. I mean, the fire energy a little. Let's see why the Empress is in the mix, though. We're going to keep this reading moving along. Beautiful stuff. There's the Empress here. I mean, this front end, it could just be someone that thinks the world of you, okay? I mean, and this... Are you and Aries energetic twins this week? Okay, like, it's giving me that energy. We have the Ace of Wands in the upright underneath this Empress. I mean, for some of you, even if you're not an Aries, even if you don't have any Aries placements, like if you go and watch that reading, so many of the same similar cards here. There is a craving here in the center. And just like I felt in that reading, I'm feeling it in yours too. We have the Empress with the Ace of Wands in the upright. So for a lot of you, there could be a golden opportunity dropping into your hands. Okay, or you have the opportunity to set something on fire, set something off. So it could be like a huge or massive offer of some kind coming in for a lot of Saggies, but at the same time, there's a craving. And either it's someone that wants you, or you want someone else, or something. Like when I get the Ace of Wands coupled with the Empress, to me, it's like, oh, that looks good. I like that. I like how that looks. So, hey, take that however it hits. There might be someone you have your eyes on, or maybe someone has their eyes on you. That could absolutely be the case here. Very fired up. But aside from all that, I don't want to get everyone's mind in the gutter. When I see the Empress with the Ace of Wands, like massive offer or opportunity. Love it. All claimable energy so far, Sagittarius, and like the energetic twin of the Aries reading. It really is. It's like the most bizarre thing. Let's go in on the King of Wands, pardon me. And it's not like I filmed, you know, one after another. It's like I did Aries and I filmed the Leo. Now I'm filming yours. So like there was a gap in between, and you guys are getting the same exact, not same exact, but a lot of the same themes. Let's go in on that King of Wands. You are connected to an Aries. This is a very good thing. Okay. So we do have the Magician in reverse here. Okay, which isn't terrible. It doesn't sink the reading by any means, but this is a little bit of the cautionary tale of what we have going on here. Sometimes in life, there's going to be situations that are out of our hands. Sometimes in life, there's going to be certain things that are out of our control, and that's okay. Sometimes finding acceptance in that is very important. If there's anything that you're dealing with, if you try to control it too much, it's going to do the opposite. I feel like I need to tell you, because yes, we have all these blessings and these cravings and this abundance and so much good stuff up here. But when we get the Magician in reverse, there's two little warnings that I need to speak about. Once again, if there's anything where you're trying to control the outcome too much, or you're like, it's like, I want this to happen so bad. Like if you put too much energy into it and you constrict it so much, it's going to force it away. So be, cognizant of that in the coming days and weeks. Like if there's something you want, try to let it just happen. Like try to let it flow, try to let it happen naturally, as opposed to overwhelm it. Like don't overwhelm anything or over control anything for sure. But for another portion of you, watch your mindset. Whenever we get the Magician in reverse, especially undercard that could represent you, it could be Spirit saying like, listen, your powers of creation are extra heightened in this time. Any negative thoughts, negative thought patterns could manifest. So really pay attention to what you're thinking. Now, I know you can't control every thought you have. That's impossible. No human could do it. But try to stay as optimistic as humanly possible when I see this energy. So, I mean, such an intriguing mixture of energies here, Sagittarius. But anything you try to control too much or do too much or put too much effort into it, it could repel. But I still feel good things. It's the oddest energy. Let's go through and do a quick recap before we get to a shadow card. Overall, I love your energy. Overall, I love this. I feel like a lot of it is very much claimable. There could be a lot of good things coming in for a lot of Saggies. But if you kindly look in the box, position number 1, we have the Sun card with the Knight of Cups in the upright. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. This could be some sort of very close interpersonal relationship. Someone could care a whole ton for you, or that's someone you just care for quite a bit. This is really good stuff. Okay, so you could be seeing lots of improvements and wins in your interpersonal relationships and relationships in general. Really good. There's just so much love and care there. Moving to the center, we have more blessings and abundance coming in. We have the Empress with the Ace of Wands in the upper. And I did say for some of you, that could be a massive offer or opportunity of some sort, where like there's something right at your fingertips and like you don't even know. Like it's really good stuff. Another thing, I was picking up a craving. So there could be something, whether it's a result or a person even, where it's like, yeah, that looks good. I want that. I want a piece of that. Like it's giving me that energy. So if that's not how you're feeling, someone could be feeling that way towards you. Okay, so keep that in mind. Moving to the back end though, we have the King of Wands with the Magician in reverse. Two main messages here. Yeah, don't try to control things too much or control outcomes too much because you could repel them. Okay, or don't do too much or put too much energy in. Kind of just let things come to you. Okay, especially with the magnetic energy I saw in the recent weeks. Another thing I pick up here, and it could go for cross watchers as well. The Magician in reverse could be spirit saying like, hey, watch your thought process in this time, watch your mind state, because your powers of manifesting are so potent in this time. Like thoughts will become things. So like try to see the silver lining and stay positive. Saggy, please take a screenshot. I would claim a good chunk of this reading if I were you. Let's get you a shadow card. Let's see what's in the shadows for my lovely Saggy friends. I really like that reading. It's just so bizarre how it was like so similar to the Aries reading. I can't believe that. So let's see what's happening. And yes, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see just yet. Okay. And shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. It could be a good thing sometimes. Let's get it going. What do we got? What's in the shadows for Saggy? Oh, and yes, if you made it to this point, feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love for all my channel members. Okay, your shadow card did come out, and we got the good old trusty Tower. Now, the thing about towers is that it's either really, really good or it's really, really rough. And the fact that it is showing up in the shadows and we have like the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands and Tower are very similar, believe it or not, except this isn't, the Ace of Wands isn't as evolved or powerful as this. So a lot of you could be receiving a good surprise of some kind or a good breakthrough or Tower moment where things are shaken up, but for the better. This could be really nice. Once again, I do have this burning underneath the surface, so there could be someone or something that you are burning for or craving when it shows up as a shadow card, so please keep that in mind. It's, I don't want to say it's a wound tight type of energy, but it's burning red hot. Watch, like there might be towers you're still healing from as well. So for some of you, if you've recently been through some tough times, if you've been through some things, even if it isn't recent, Spirit's asking you like, hey, let things settle down a little bit. It's okay. The good times are coming. The good things are coming in, but you still need to heal from this tower. So overall, I don't feel like it's bad, but expect the unexpected whenever that's in the shadows for sure. But Saggy, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details. The March subscriber surprise. If you would like to get a personal reading done with me, you can find my digital calendar on mastermetaphysics.com, so please feel free to check it out. But for the March subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful, fantastic Tarot of the Owls. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things, as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed, and second, let me know down in the comments what is your favorite zodiac sign, and give me a couple reasons why. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.